My bully's fist caught me right in the jaw, and I hit the floor. From across the alley, a shaky voice called out, "Kid, you're dropping your hands when you flinch." Brett spit on the ground next to me and walked off laughing with his friends. I pushed myself up and saw an old man sitting on a milk crate at the back of the alley. When someone throws a punch, you gotta keep your hands up and be ready to swing back. Nobody had ever talked about Brett like he was something I could fix. I walked over to him. "He's been beating on me since 7th grade. He's too strong. I don't think it's ever gonna stop." The old man nodded once. "I can make it stop. Come back tomorrow." Next to him was a shopping cart, and a faded boxing belt was sticking out the top. This guy was the real deal. Summer had just started, and I had nothing to lose, so I showed up the next morning at 6. He had me throw my first punch and grabbed my wrist before it landed. "Hands up. You drop them. You die." After that, I came back every single day. He'd made punching bags out of garbage bags filled with sand and tied them to the chain link fence. He had me run laps around the empty lot until I threw up in the bushes, then sent me back out for more. A month in, he started throwing punches back at me, and I learned to duck and block them instead of taking them in the face. I started waking up before my alarm just to get to the alley. By August, he was holding up his own slippers and telling me to hit them as hard as I could, and the cracks were so loud people walking by flinched. The day before school started, he wiped his forehead and nodded. "You're ready, kid." First day back, Brett walked past me in the hallway and slapped the books out of my hands. The whole hall stopped to watch. I wasn't gonna fight him over a stack of books, so I picked them up and kept walking. But a girl from my biology class stepped between us and called Brett pathetic. He spun on her, raised his fist, and pulled back to swing. I heard the old man in my head, "Hands up." My hand shot up before I told it to, and caught Brett's fist in my palm. His eyes went huge. He swung again with his other hand, and I ducked under it. I buried my fist in his gut, and as he folded over, I threw the overhand right the old man had drilled into me 100 times. Brett hit the lockers and slid all the way down to the floor. The whole hallway went silent. The girl just stared at me with her mouth open. "Where'd you learn that?" I looked down at my hands, still up. An old man taught me some tricks. My back hit the canvas in round 1 of my first pro fight, and from the corner I heard the old man yell, "Get up!" I dragged myself to my knees as the old man banged on the canvas with both fists. "You got expelled for dropping that school bully. If you hadn't dropped your hands, you wouldn't have gotten knocked down. Now get up." I spit blood and looked across the ring. The kid was twice my weight and 4 years older, rolling his shoulders waiting for me to stand. I forced myself up, and he caught me again before the bell saved me. I lost the fight in front of 50 people. That night, I walked back to the alley with a black eye. The old man was waiting on his crate. I dropped down next to him. "I quit. I'm done." He didn't look up. "Now you know what it feels like. You let me sign that fight knowing I'd lose. Every fighter loses, kid. The good ones get up. The great ones never stop getting up." I stared at the ground. Then I got up and asked him when